Look at that. You got a huge ass Ferris wheel. The background, Big Ben. Behind me, fucking building. Is that a mouse? I swear to God, there's a mouse there on the ground. Me. But yeah, you can see me. So, just finished watching James Bond Skyfall, and I thought, what would be appropriate? Just walk around downtown London at night. Haven't really gotten to walk around much, so I figured I'd do that. But yeah, Mozfest ended today, and that was really, really, really cool. I met a lot of great people there. Saw a lot of really interesting stuff. So super, super thankful that Mozilla sort of brought me over there to do that, because that was fun. Had our presentation today, and people really liked the new Crafty, so that's super awesome. But let's get to the real important news. Skyfull. It's actually been out in London here for 2 weeks already. And it was really, really good. I hadn't seen either Daniel Craig Bond movies. I don't know if I'm going to get all dark here. It's pretty dark out. So I hadn't seen either of them. But I figured, I'm in London, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to go see the movie, because a lot of it obviously takes place in London, and even having already taken subway, which they call the Underground here, that's sort of one of the highlights of the movie, is this whole sequence on the Underground tube. And it was really cool to be like, oh yeah, I was on that. That's pretty fucking awesome. So I saw that, and I figured now I've got a day extra tomorrow to just sort of mosey about London. So it's gonna be, I'm pretty excited just to sort of walk around, see some touristy stuff. I'm gonna go over to Buckingham Palace, maybe see that, go have some tea with the Queen. No big deal. But yeah, James Bond movie. The last one I had seen, I believe, was GoldenEye when I was a kid, and I only vaguely remember watching that. So, having watched this, it was really, really good. I enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. It sort of is a very self-aware movie, and it's riddled with sort of throwbacks to the previous Bond films, which even as someone who's not like a diehard fan, it was really cool to see. They brought out some of the old cars and stuff, and the gadgets. But I have to say that the guy who really stole the show was actually, I believe the character's name was Silva. He was really, really interesting as a villain. Sort of one of those guys that, even though he's the villain, you kind of want to root for him just because he's such a likable, or such an interesting character, I should say. So that sort of took me in. Yeah, Daniel Craig was really fucking cool in the movie. So there's a guy just ran by. He's probably looking at me. He's like, what's that guy doing? It's that non-British person. What am I even talking about? This is what happens. It's past midnight. I think I've been up for far too long. But yeah, Skyfull, not Skyfall, no, Skyfull. Sequel where Daniel Craig is trying to be the best cook in Japan, but he has the dastardly Silva making the best of tarts.